welcome back to the Millennial Book Junkie. My name is Monique, your millennial host, and today I'm going to share with you the books that I plan to read in November. Stella has decided to join us again. I just fed her, so she's very, very happy. I don't know if you know this, but I have a ton of books that I have not read. So earlier in the last couple months, I've been doing a lot of random book buying, and I really need to stop. And I think it's just time to read the books in my shelf as much as I can. So this month, I'm going to read 5 books. And the first one I'm going to read is a very old book that lots of people have read. I think it came out in 2017, but I have not read it yet. And it is the book club pick for November in the book club that I am in. And it is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I know. I'm like, what? 7 years late on this, but I'm finally reading it and I am really loving it so far. Also, the main character's name is Monique. Hello. Essentially, it's about this writer who interviews an old Hollywood icon to get all the dirt about her. The Hollywood icon is named Evelyn Hugo, obviously, and Monique Grant is the main character, and she is interviewing her to write about her, and she is going to get the dish on all of the husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And of course, some wild things are going to happen along the way. I think the lives of Evelyn Hugo and Monique are going to intersect in some way, and I'm really excited for that. I am 38 pages in, and I cannot put this thing down. I'm loving it. It's reminding me so far of The Devil Wears Prada a little bit. I did not read that book, but I loved the movie, and it just reminds me of that a little bit, with like kind of like a novice coming and talking to like an icon. So I'm really excited to read this book. Cannot put it down. Like I said, probably gonna finish it in the next couple of days. Really, really good. Very excited that this is my first read in November. My next read in November is going to be Tender is the Flesh by Augustina Bastarrica. And I'm very excited about this one because it has to do with cannibalism. Essentially, a virus makes it impossible for us to eat human meat. Okay, now let me start that over. A virus makes it impossible to eat animal meat. So they have this like transition to where in order for us to eat meat, we have to eat each other. And so eating each other becomes like what it sounds like from the back of this book. Sounds like the most normal thing to do. And so I believe from the back of this book, this centers around a man named Marcos, who is in charge of the processing of, you know, killing these people and making them into edible pieces of meat. And so apparently he comes across a very high quality specimen and some stuff goes down. I'm not really sure. I'm just really excited about it because I've heard so much about this, and I bought this probably 2 years ago, and it was in the horror section, and I was like immediately yes, and here I am reading it finally. So really, really excited about this one. Have you guys read this one, my horror thriller readers out there? If you have, let me know in the comments because I'm curious what you thought of it. The next book I'm reading in November is by Lisa Scottoline. It is called What Happened to the Bennetts. I heard this being discussed on another booktube channel and I had to get my hands on it because it sounded really good. This family is hijacked, or I guess carjacked, one night on a very lonely, snowy, I don't know, highway? Dark stretch of road is what it is. And they are tailgated and hijacked, and they survive, apparently, and they have to be put into a witness protection program so that they can stay safe. Well, apparently things start falling apart, and the dad decides to take things into his own hands. I'm not sure why or how, but I've heard this was very suspenseful and good, and I'm really, really looking forward to reading it. I also keep seeing other Lisa Scottoline books, and I'm like, I don't want to read those until I've at least read this one. So I'm really, really excited to read this one. And yeah, it's blue also. Go Dodgers. The next book I'm reading in November is also blue. It's The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I was so lucky to get this book for $6, at a half-price bookstore, used bookstore in Colorado called Sudden Fiction. I immediately grabbed it. I have not read any Frida McFadden. I know. And so I'm finally reading her, and everyone is talking about how good this book is, and I was like, okay, let this be my first Frida McFadden novel, and then we'll see where I go from there. But I'm really excited to read this one. You guys probably already know what it's about, but from the back cover, it sounds like a housemaid is working for a couple or a family, a rich family called the Winchesters. And essentially, I think this main character, Housemaid, has some dark past going on, but apparently the wife, the mom, Nina, is not very nice, is what it seems like. And I guess the housemaid decides to try on one of her dresses, and the wife finds out, and I don't know, it sounds like some bad stuff happens. Because apparently this housemaid has done something in the past. So I'm really excited to get into this one. It sounds good. It sounds like a fast-paced thriller that I just need to eat up. So, especially since everyone's always talking about it. So I cannot wait to read this one. Very, very excited. It's also blue. Go Dodgers. The next book I'm reading in November is nonfiction. I am getting back to Quit Lit. It is called Unwasted, My Lush Sobriety by Sasha Z. Soblik. And I am really excited. I haven't read any Quit Lit books for some time, but I wanted to get back into it because I bought a lot a few months ago, and I have not, like I said, read any of the books on my shelves. And I lie, I've read most of them, but there's a lot that I have not read. So I really wanted to get back into my Quit Lit. It's been a while, and as anyone who's stopped drinking knows, you kind of need to reconnect with like your purpose of why you quit drinking over time. And I have not read any books about Quit Lit in a few months, listened to any podcasts, and I really need to get back into it. So this is the one I'm reading. It is about it seems like a woman telling her story about how she used to drink a lot and now she doesn't, and how everything is better without it, which I agree. So I am really looking forward to diving into this one. So that is it, my friends. These are the books that I am reading in November. There's 5 of them. I'm a slow reader, so 5 is like the max that I can do. But if I read another one, but if I get through these, I hope that I meet my deadlines. But if I get through these, I'll definitely be grabbing another thriller off my shelf. I have so many of them, but I'm really excited to read these in November. So let me know what you're reading in November. And of course, like and subscribe, say hi in the comments, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.